Hi everyone. I know, where am I? I don't have the beard and the hair. My dog certainly noticed. Hi everybody. I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. Even because between the movie and here, I got trimmed up for Easter. Well, that streak was fun while it lasted. We saw a lot of good movies that month, huh? Hi. First off, before we begin, on just me literally, what I'm just gonna call ripping this movie a new one. Something that was cool. I was up early because I didn't sleep the previous night, so I went to bed at 8 last night. Woke up 4 a.m. and I was up. So at 8 a.m. they dropped the trailer for Space Jam, and I actually got to watch it when it dropped and be part of the live chat. That was a lot of fun. And it looks awesome. I'm really excited for Space Jam 2. Space Jam 1. I know it's not what you would call a high art movie, much in the same way as like Ghostbusters, or not. Well, we know Ghostbusters is. Good Burger wasn't, but it's my childhood. It's just that kind of thing where if they made I'm not going to sit here, for instance, and say like Good Burger is a masterpiece, but if they make Good Burger 2, I'm going to be there opening day with my best friend since like elementary school with tickets in hand. Like we're going to see that flick. And I might review it if I'm still on here. Okay, but we're not talking about those today. Yeah. What we are going to talk about, though, is a movie, who's coming. The Unholy. Boy, isn't it so funny how a lot of the worst movies sometimes have titles that are perfect for them? Unholy, which... This cliche, I haven't read many reviews for this, so nobody's used this yet. I know someone's gonna use it. This was an unholy mess, is what this shit was. Sorry, Mom. I already said it. It's crap. It's crap. Sorry, Nana, if you're watching this, I didn't mean to curse. Bad. This was really bad. So, like this movie. This movie is directed and written by this guy, and I had to look him up because I just had to. Evan Spilopoulos, I think his name is. It's his first movie as a director. Boy, I mean, okay, before I say anything, a lot of movies last year that were debuts and this year have been terrific. So I'm not trashing debuts, but sometimes people just have the touch and some people don't. This guy, though, he's worked in the film for a while. He's a screenwriter. He did the 2019 Charlie's Angels, which honestly I've still have not seen. Not that I don't really have any interest in it. I actually do. I meant to see it in the theaters, but I just never got around to it, and I still haven't watched it yet. Maybe one day. I honestly didn't think it looked that bad. I'm not against the idea of doing this a more modern sort of progressive take on Charlie's Angels. Yeah, bring it on. I like Kristen Stewart, so yeah, I was like, Elizabeth Banks, I'm fine with this. But he also, though, among other things, he was a writer on The Jungle Book 2. Not the remake, not the Jennifer. I'm talking the direct-to-video / short-lived theatrical sequel to the '60s one, the one with like Haley Joel Osment as Mowgli. Okay, I think he's like a assistant director on The Lion King. He's done a lot of Disney stuff, which is why this is very weird. It's based on a novel, so I need to warn you something. I'm going to give you the plot synopsis, and then I need to tell you, and then I will give you a warning. I have to use spoilers in this video. I try to avoid as much as I can, and sometimes I know I slip up. I have to talk about this movie in any critical way. I'm going to have to... I'm not going to ruin everything, but I'm going to have to light spoilers at least. Light to moderate. So if you don't want to know anything really outside of the base level things about this movie, don't watch past a certain point, or just come back when you've already seen it, because I have to do this. So... But who cares? The Unholy, what's The Unholy about? I'm honestly already forgetting. The Unholy, I'm remembering moments more than the name of the film. So it's a young girl named Alice. She's deaf. One of the many movies this tries to allude to is another movie about a deaf character that we reviewed recently that I liked quite a bit, but we'll get there. She's young woman, very pious young woman, but, Catholic, goes to church. Basically, one day she begins to claim there's a journalist who's in town. He's played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who is not giving her... He's a good actor. He's not giving her crap in this, but even when Jeffrey Dean Morgan is not giving crap, he's still somehow good, so he's, actually good in this. This movie was a waste of... this is a movie where, like I said in my Pine review, with everyone involved in this, like, I feel like the mom who's like, honey, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, like, okay, like, and some of them weren't even advertised heavily in it. So you got Jeffrey D. Morgan in it. This young actress who, bless her heart, she seems like a really sweet young actress, and I'm sure she'll be good down the line. Like, you gotta remember, even Jacob Tremblay's first movie was, like, freaking The Smurfs 2, before he did Room. But she's not good in this movie. But, you know, she has kind of two modes in this movie in the first two acts, and then a third mode, which is kind of like slightly proselyte, like soapbox preacher, kind of like sidewalk preacher. The other two are like slightly amazed and then like eyes bugging out, and then slightly concerned and then gleeful. She's really not very good. But basically, and I don't blame her, I blame the film. I always blame the film more than the actor. She possessed. Basically, she claims that the Virgin Mary has been talking to her, been speaking through her, and weirdly enough, miracles seem to be occurring. We'll get there again. So this kind of scuzzy journalist, played by Jeffrey D. Morgan's like, well, maybe I can get a few bucks off of this girl's story, and then, you know, kind of starts to believe it. We discover, though, through another wasted talent, William Sadler, who plays a priest here. That's right, Death, the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted, plays a priest in this. And boy, continuing to remind me, I feel like I'm going to fill the bingo card with the movies this movie I should have been watching instead of this movie. So, basically, says that, you know, this is not the Virgin Mary, this is a demon called Mary, we call it the Unholy. It's a false prophet, it puts itself in the form of the Virgin Mary to corrupt the innocent. And basically, so it's a demon. This girl is not doing Virgin Mary, she's talking to something a lot more hellish. So basically, this movie, first off, I'll say this. This is a terrible movie, but I'm really glad I saw it. Here's why. This movie falls into a very special category of movies like big studio, not like scrappy indies that are genuinely admired for how bad they are, like The Room. This is one of the movies like Wish Upon, Tulip Fever, like some movies like that, 47 Meters Down, both of them, where you're like, sometimes it really does take a lot of talented people both in front and behind the camera to make a truly crappy movie. And this is one of them. But also a movie that's so crappy that the stars align and it's actually kind of funny. Like, I'm not going to lie. I was stifling laughter. I was never once scared at this movie. I was stifling laughter throughout, and I bonded with us. It was one of the movies where I bonded with some of the younger people in the theater, because apparently at one point, I didn't notice this because I guess I was just caught up in how ridiculous this was. I, like, laughed louder than I guess I intended to, or I didn't really notice, and someone, I was in the top, or they were at the bottom, that came up and apparently heard me, but they went back down, and then after the movie I said, you guys thought this is bad, and I said, I'd like to deny. She goes, and the girl was like, yeah, but it's okay. We wanted to come up and sit with you and cheer this movie because we hated it too. I'm like, thank you. So that was fun. They were really nice kids. We got chatted about the movie afterwards, just like all the horribly. The other thing is, like, you know that famous quote about that the guy made about Jack Kenny? I'm just gonna paraphrase. I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, the Unholy, you're doing your. Here's the thing. I knew Saint Maud. Saint Maud was a friend of mine. Saint Maud was scary. The Unholy, you are no Saint Maud. Because it's very similar. This movie, man, I was just like, certain elements of this movie, there's a scene where they have, and it's so cliche, they have like a scene where they have like a little boy kneeling down, well, he's in a wheelchair rather, and she touches him and goes, open your, and also, her hearing is cleared while she's possessed here, of course. So Sound of Metal is, because they did that like point of view thing also where it's like you hear the ringing that she hears. Stupid. The way they do it. It was done expertly in that. You got the thing where, like, she goes, open your heart to Mary. And the little boy, like, his foot kind of moves. He's, like, paralyzed. But then his foot kind of moves, the paralyzed foot. And then he just starts walking. Oh, my God. And then it gets to the point where he's, it all goes south. And he's like, I can't walk. I can't walk. And this is what leads to the biggest surprise for me of this week. Kate Aselton in this movie is in this movie. She's like the one lead in this. Also, the character relationships in this and how they relate to each other confusing. I don't have time. But basically, I'm like, you're basically the Queen of Sundance. You're married to, believe, to Jay Duplass, like, right? Where, and you're also not only a good actor, you're a good filmmaker. Why were you in this? And the whole time, she was so bad in this, because she is good elsewhere. She was so bad in this, they honestly thought she was sabotaging it. I think she knew that this wasn't working. There's a moment where this girl, the little girl, the young actress in this movie, had a badly ADR scene where she screamed like she was. It's supposed to be the idea was, I'm dying, but it came off more like I'm gonna get this chick and go get a Big Mac. Like there was no investment in this thing. Part where her eyes turned black and white, and it kind of like Ouija Origin of Evil, where it was white, and then with black, I was like Escape from Tomorrow. Like how many other better movies? The Exorcist, same mod, like all this stuff. Like I think I got bingo. Bill and Ted. Carrie Elwes is in this. Oh man, I don't have time. There's a lot to talk about. I might do a part 2. Carrie Elwes is in this movie, doing a Boston accent so bad that it sounded like, remember that Smat Pack commercial at the Super Bowl with Chris Evans, that really funny commercial with Chris Evans, John Krasinski, Rachel Dratch, and Big Papi, where they're talking, they're using like their thick accent. That's what this was. It was so silly. Like, I love this. This movie's so bad I kind of loved it. So, there's more to cover, but man, like, well, that was like The Princess Bride, Hot Shots. Like, it's almost like he's doing a Hot Shots moment. Listen, The Unholy is terrible, but this is what it's for. Don't see it in the theater, but I'm going to give it 1 star. And I reserve 1-star movies for movies that never made me angry with their badness, but actually made me laugh. So, this is not a movie seen in theaters. However, when it inevitably ends up on Netflix, I'm not condoning this behavior. If you're of legal age, get some drinks, maybe some. If you like that sort of thing, or friends who can act like that sober, or friends who are smart-assy film nerds like me, and play Mystery Science Theater at home with this movie, it would be a blast. So, 1 star. What was it? Oh, Lynn from Black Lightning, like nobody's favorite actress from Black Lightning is in this too for like phoning in the performance. It's really bad. There's more to say, but this movie's pretty terrible. I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right, well, let's do 1 star. This is a movie. I think the best thing for it is if you are R-rated age, if you're like under 17, especially in middle school. This is a good movie to get to take your date or your friends to, and maybe or like have as a slumber party. But even that, I think there are better PG-13 horror movies than this. This is really watered down. So anyway, that's good. 1 star. Let's close the book on this guy for the review. Let's do trailer trash real quick, and was there shawarma? So trailer trash. Some new ones here. The Night House with Rebecca Hall, which honestly looks really good. It's like she's sort of like she's married to a guy, and he dies. He like commits suicide, but then there's like something like that she goes to the back part of the house and it's backwards. Kind of interesting. Yeah, it's good. F9, we already talked about it. It's Fast and Furious. I'm excited. Cruella, we talked about it a lot. Looks good. One of them, okay, this is a big one to talk about. Separation. And this movie had some guy, it has Rupert Friend in it. It has some people. There was that actress from Cam is in it. There's one, the little girl who played it, Nell, young Nell Crane in Haunting of Hill House is in this. So I was like, oh, this already looks promising. Good actors, it looks kind of creepy. You know what selling point of movies? From the director of The Devil Inside. I'm out. It's called Separation. It doesn't. Mortal Kombat looks good. There's a new one it said neon at the beginning, so like mark quality. Seriously, this actually looks good. And then it said directed by Ben Wheatley. I'm like, okay, you have my money. It's called In the Earth. It's really good. Ghostbusters. Also looking forward to it. Last one though was weird for my little theater. Maybe not to most people. Demon Slayer the movie, and there was like some. I honestly couldn't pronounce it. I couldn't catch it before it was too quick. Like Demon Slayer the anime. It's an anime movie. It's a Funimation movie. But it's sub, not dubbed, and the reason I say that's weird, it's not weird if you're a film buff and you don't mind reading subtitles, the anime. Our theater just does not do that kind of thing, so it was weird seeing a trailer for it. Anyway, was there shawarma? Not really. Okay, moving on. Was there shawarma? Not really. There was like a little, like some weird, funny little graphics. Like some, yeah. So anyway, moving on. Nothing after. So, see you guys later tonight for SNL with Dana Kaluuya. Oh, and next week also I'm going to do a review of Season 2 of Pennyworth. I think it's probably an unfairly overlooked, and also I'll look at Season 4 of No Activity. But that's it for now. I gotta go. Almost out of time. So, yeah, the movie's terrible. So I'll see you next time. Until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. And just rent Saint Maud. It's really terrific. It's as great as this movie's bad. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Class dismissed. Love you 3000. Kind of one another. Thank you all. Take care.